Do we even remember how to do this?
I don't know what I'm supposed to say.
I have a root beer poppy that I'm drinking today. This is my first time trying root beer. I've really been expanding into the poppy flavors. I was sticking just with like the cherry limeade, the orange, the basic ones.
Yeah.
And I mean, it doesn't taste like root beer, but it's still pretty good.
I fuck with the root beer. The cream soda is like even less on point, but I still drink it sometimes.
How is that possible? I feel like you can like envelop the taste of cream soda more easily than root beer.
I know. It doesn't make sense, but it scratches that itch when I really need it, which is usually root beer is like my hangover drink.
From Culver's in particular.
You know it. Everyone knows it after the fast food uppy.
I know. I want to do another one of those.
Mm-hmm.
But I do realize that bracket was absolute trash, and I didn't understand why brackets were set up the way they were. And now I'm like, oh, that makes sense. Like, you don't put fucking Chick-fil-A next to Donnie's, McDonald's in round one. Like, you save those two for later. I get it. Okay.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, yeah, duh. But...
Okay, ChatGPT is not always right, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I didn't get it from there.
Oh, okay. Oh, your doll was so cutie today, and then I made one, but I hated mine.
So just keep prompting it, like make it more plastic. Okay, so for those of you who don't know or don't go on LinkedIn all the time, there's this trend going on right now called like AI doll action figure. And basically there's like a prompt you can put into, I'll send you my prompt that I have. I sent it to everyone in my office. But anyways, there's this trend, and so it makes a doll of you like based on most people are doing it based on what their jobs are, and then they have like little accessories. What were your accessories?
I'm about to send it to you because I want you to guess.
And is yours like professional related, like you made it for your work?
No, I was just fucking around. Okay, I barely use my LinkedIn. I probably should more. But here I'm
you commented on my LinkedIn today.
I know.
I was like, whoa, like, are we professional friends? This is kind of weird. Like,
I had to tone it down big time.
It's interesting to see your IRL friends like on LinkedIn as a professional, and you're like, oh my God, are these people like good at their job? Because I cannot see my friends being good at their jobs just based on what we do.
What would we do if we were in a professional setting together, like in the same office together? Like, let's say you were in Atlanta recruiting for my office.
Oh, that would be fine. As long as we weren't in the same department.
Yeah, working together, you mean? Dude, I sent you my doll, and
number one looks nothing like you.
I could show you. I'll send the picture that I used. It looks like the picture, but it doesn't look like me.
You look like a generic girl.
I know.
You could be any girl in this photo. There's a trend right now, and I've only seen it on LinkedIn, but it could be across the board on all of social media. I just haven't seen it. But there's like an action figure doll, and you can prompt ChatGPT to make it for you. You put in a photo of yourself. It makes you a little action figure, and then it has like a couple of accessories that would come with you. So I wish I would have guessed yours, but your accessories are absolutely perfect. So Lexie's, I'm looking at this, a camera, like a Canon camera, Lucky 13, number 13 charm, a Tupperware. Let me say a Tupperware of looks like egg salad to me.
It's definitely egg salad.
It could be any generic. It looks kind of like cauliflower too, but I mean, we all know what you like. Yeah. Some earbuds and a Great Dane, the same color as yours.
Yeah.
But fantastic action figure. I'm into it.
Thank you.
Your accessories are...
I literally only did it to share with you.
Oh, well, and our listeners, of course. Well,
and all of you out there, of course.
Good thing you sent this. I'm saving it and posting it.
Oh my God.
Don't send me anything that isn't fair game.
I'm surprised at Maddie's because I think like we didn't mean to do this, and it's time to move along because we're not here to talk about work today. We're here to reminisce on the break we had from work.
Spring Break 2025, baby. PCB.
Oh, I did it up.
Remember back in the day when during this time of year, MTV Spring Break, it'd be in like Cancun, Panama City Beach, and they would like have all the artists come down and perform. They would do a game show that was normally on their programming on stage in front of thousands of crazy drunk college students.
Yeah, I remember it always being on. I don't remember actually paying attention too much unless like NSYNC was on the stage or something, but it sounds like you were very engaged.
Yes, like I loved Say What Karaoke. That was a really fun game.
I did remember it. Like, I do remember it. I just don't remember actually being like invested.
Yeah, it was. God. It brings back spring break. So when I think spring break, I think of that. So it's just funny to say. Because, like, and our school, I feel like our group of friends or our high school or people in our town didn't, like, go on spring break trips necessarily.
No, not really. Even in college, when I was, like, more in a spring break type, like, era, I'd always go to Colorado and snowboard. So it wasn't even, like, the beachy, MTV Spring Break vibes. None of that.
Yeah. Huh. I did have a good break though. We took a break for, oh my gosh, it's I think almost been a month, which is crazy. It went really, really fast. But also it was a nice break. But Lexie said something funny to me like last week. What did you say?
Was it that I was like, yeah, I've just had so much free time on my hands, and I was like, but something's missing. Something's missing. And then I was like, oh yeah, it's the podcast.
Like you're forgetting something every week.
Yeah. And then I was like, don't get me wrong. I miss it, but also it's so nice to have that extra time because it takes a lot of time.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I think that what we've gotten better at though lately, and even like going into this episode, is like, oh, we can do this a lot more quickly and efficiently now that we've got the chops.
Well, and also we're not like editing ourselves. We just don't care anymore. Like what you're hearing is literally us bantering.
Yep. Exactly. Exactly.
So nitpicky, being like, "Oh my god, I sounded so dumb right there."
Oh my god, what if I come off
too many times?
Don't care.
Yeah,
don't care at all.
Nope. This is real. This is me. This is right where Mad Dog's supposed to be. Yeah.
Don't know that song.
Camp Rock.
I've never seen that film.
Don't even call it a film, please. Honestly, like Mad Dog and I were really big High School Musicalers.
That's it.
Camp Rock wasn't for me, but I did watch it like once at least.
I think we were too old to be watching.
We talked about this. We were too old for High School Musical, so yeah, we were definitely too old for Camp Rock.
Absolutely, like the Joe Bros and stuff. Way like that was too young for our grade or whatever. I say grade, our age. Anyways, so where the heck you been? What did you do for spring break?
Where the heck you been, Loca? Is that like from Twilight or something like that?
Oh, dude, it is. What does that even mean?
I don't know. I even like felt like I said it wrong.
It sounds like slightly offensive.
I know. Did I just cross a line?
I don't think you did. I think like maybe you did. I don't know. I think we're just always worried about that. Okay, so let's get in to the episode. But first, let's talk about what are you mad about, Lex?
I'm pretty sure you can hear it in my voice. I'm mad that I developed allergies at the ripe age of 34. Never had these issues in my life. Last week I was in Atlanta for work and everything's beautiful there. Everything's in blossom. Seriously, around the office is the most wonderful walk you'll ever take. However, they're at like an all-time record-breaking high for pollen. And I'm like, I don't care. I've never had allergies. They kicked my ass. I went in and I like thought I was convinced I had the flu. I got off work at 3:30 one day because we had like meetings all day. We left early, slept from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. and then went back to sleep from 9 p.m. to 7 a.m. again and still just like couldn't handle it. I don't know. just so happened to have a physical appointment scheduled when I got back home already. And when I went in there, she's like, were you achy? And I was like, yeah. And she goes, did your teeth like even hurt? And I was like, yeah. And she goes, yep, that's allergies. And I was like, what? I owe everyone an apology that has said they had allergies and I didn't show any sympathy. It's awful.
You're kind of a bitch.
I am.
I'm just kidding. I think I'm the opposite. I had them when I was younger and I got over them.
That's what I would prefer.
But hopefully you get out of it. Have you gotten like a medication or anything for them?
No, and that's like shame on me because I thought they'd go away because I thought like Atlanta was the problem, and now they haven't gone away since I got home. But I have to go back to Atlanta on Sunday, so I'm gonna go stock up on so much allergy medication, and if that doesn't save me, I don't know what will. But yeah, Maddie, you called me while I was like passed out on that work day.
Oh yeah, you sounded awful. But if anybody has any allergy medications that work well,
yeah,
shout out.
I literally don't know where to start. So please.
Allergy noob.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
Mm-hmm. What about you? Why are you mad, Mad Dog?
Okay, this also has to do with my spring break trip, which I'll get into later more, but I had the most nightmare flight of my life.
You didn't even tell me.
It was like pretty short though. It was from Barcelona to Dublin. So it was like 2.5 hours. And there was 2 school groups on it. So it was just the loudest. Like you imagine being on like a high school bus and the loud, just constant, right? So not only that, there was like a gal who sat next to me. So I'm in the window seat. She's in the middle seat. No one sat in the aisle. She stayed in the middle seat. And not only that, she proceeded to pull up a movie on her phone, Boss Baby, and played it full blast with no headphones.
What a psycho.
So not only is she not moving over to the aisle seat that's completely empty, she's blasting that full blast. No headphones, nothing. I was like, is this real? Am I being punked right now?
What the hell? You're like, the universe is testing me.
Yeah.
With the kids, were they like switching seats so they could sit by their crush and like be
it was like a bus.
Oh my god.
It was insane.
I bet it was annoying. What time?
It was fine. I didn't mind that. It was that. Like, yo, like we have this opportunity sitting right here. And like you're not gonna make this good for both of us. I'm so I mean, isn't that crazy?
One chance, one opportunity.
You get one shot. This never happens. Don't let it slip. Okay, so that's my bad. I can't even talk about it anymore because it's so wild. But
yeah, that's fucked up.
Yeah, you know how like I get like, ooh, I just broke a nail, literally. You know how I get on planes? Like I like to be comfortable. Okay, this sucks.
So question, and I don't want this to come off the wrong way, but what was she like American or is it maybe
she spoke Spanish? Boss Baby wasn't Spanish. It wasn't Espanol. So that's all I know.
Different countries have different like
no. Move over.
Okay.
That's like universal. That's like Jupiter. Somebody would do that.
I've only gone to like all-inclusive places outside of the country, so I feel like I just didn't know the answer to that.
I mean, yeah. No. People were switching seats all over that damn plane. Like, it was more than okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Cool.
That gets me up too.
Well, let's talk about some highlights. What did you do on spring break? We both traveled a little bit. Tell us about your rundown of your spring break. It can be like your trip or just anything.
Yeah. Spring break.
2025.
I did the 26-hour drive to see my parents in Arizona. Took the dog. Went with the boyfriend. That's really hard to say.
Oh, damn. She's hard launching.
It's really hard to say. And he had never
hard launching right now? Or is it still soft launch if you're not saying a name?
Super soft. It's soft. No name.
It's
no
super
name. It's super soft.
So that's a soft launch. Just like,
I mean, he came to Arizona with me. I suppose I should just like tell the world that he exists, but You guys don't need to know all my business. Jesus.
All right. So soft launch is over. Move on.
Yeah. Yeah, minor to my story I'm about to tell. No, did the drive, took the dog, and stopped in Flagstaff to snowboard along the way, which it dumped snow on us. So that was pretty cool until it turned into a blizzard and everything like shut down in Arizona, and I still had to do a drive to Sedona. But luckily, comfortable driving in the snow, spent a night in Sedona, did it up there, made my way to my parents' house, and we packed so much in like a week and a half.
What does did it up mean? Did it up.
Went to dinner.
You really did it up there.
Really, literally got back, showered, boom, ate so much, drank old fashions, but it was so cold and snowy that we didn't get to hike like we initially wanted to. But the places in Arizona, especially Sedona and Flagstaff, are so dog friendly. So it was really fun taking bro to like restaurants. He had his own menu at them. They like took such good care of him. It was so cute. That was like probably my favorite part of the whole entire trip, actually.
Was it? Because I asked you in a message. I said, oh my God, are you just living your best life because you can take bro everywhere? And you didn't respond to me.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I said, yeah, it's amazing.
Oh, well, maybe I didn't.
Yeah, okay. Who are we going to believe here?
Miss 426 Miss Text. Or... Hold on. Update. Oh, God. 423. Okay, oh. I'm improved.
Wow. Yep, that's some self-improvement right there.
Anyways,
back to me. Made my way to my parents, and I was there for like a week and a half and just crammed so much in. My sister and my niece ended up flying down a few days in, and they were with us for the majority of the trip too, but did everything from the Tucson Desert Museum to some Jeep rides in the desert, which was so fun. Did golfing, spent a night in Old Town, went to a Cup spring ball game.
Hold on. Old Town. Did you see Josh? Did you go to Patty's?
I saw it from afar. I told the stories.
Did you go to Josh's?
And then I refused to step foot inside.
If you saw Josh,
you called me when I was sitting in the hula bar across the street, and you're like, just face your fear, just walk in. Maybe it's not as bad as we remember it. I'm like, no, I can't even bring myself to like go through that trauma again.
What if you saw Josh?
I don't even know what Josh looks like.
Would you remember what he looked like if you saw him?
I was saying that my worst fear would be to walk in and have someone say my name. Like, remember me.
Well, that happened when we were there. Because when we returned, everybody knew it. It was like cheers.
Yeah. Like, hey, Lexie, did you guys have fun hiking Camelback this morning? Which I did again on this trip, too. So.
Good. You checked that one off.
I mean, I did it a couple times since our trip, but, yeah, that was a big regret from that girls' trip, was that we didn't make it up that mountain. We weren't feeling that well.
For some.
By some. But it was funny because if anyone has ever hiked Camelback Mountain, you know it's not easy. It's literally labeled difficult. And it's only 1.5 miles, but it's like straight up. At one point you're hanging onto a bar, like a metal bar that's in the mountain. You're like climbing boulders, especially for me, I'm short. My hands are sore after it. And the whole night before, when we were saying we had to go to bed early so that we could hike the next day, Maddie's like, oh, we gotta go to bed so we can walk up a trail.
Never seen it. But they did name a water pack after that. Or is it the opposite? A Camelback? A camel pack?
Oh, the camel pack. The backpack?
Yeah, is it a pack or a back? Camelback.
Camelback. Camelback, yeah.
So they named, I mean, you get so thirsty on that mountain, apparently, that they've made Camelbacks.
Yeah, that must be it. I wonder do you think it's really named after that mountain? That's an interesting
Well, I think that a Camelback has a big hump. So I think the mountain was named after a Camelback, and then I think those humps are filled with water.
Okay.
Are they filled with water? Are camels' humps filled with water?
Is
this like a lesson that I should...
Camelback is without like the C in back, and it says Camelback products are not named after Camelback Mountain.
It's like the first thing that it says about it.
Yeah.
Now, will you look something up for me quick? Will you look up if camels' humps have water in them? Am I making that up? Is that real?
The camel's humps store water. No, camel humps do not store water.
Why do
they store fat, which the camel uses for energy when food and water are scarce?
Okay. Wow. I mean, there's not just water floating in the humps like tanks.
Hey, get this, Maddie. It proceeded to tell me that the name Camelback comes from the combination of camel and back.
Wow. Can you even believe? Wow.
I couldn't. Thank you so much, Google. I don't know what I would do without you. But anyways, it was a really good trip. And now I'm back on my bullshit where I'm like, when am I moving to Arizona? So that's always fun too. And anyone that knows me probably gets super sick of that every couple of years.
Yeah, you like it in March and February. But you literally have like a home there. So you can just like duel.
Yeah. I'm going to go this summer and just remember the summer heat because it's been a couple years and see how that goes.
Yeah, I mean, people don't even go outside. Like, you don't even go outside during that time of year.
Which is
when
me
it's
in
light
the
out.
winter here. Which is me in the winter here, though. I don't leave my house.
But, like, your family's there in the winter and, I mean, wait. No, they're not. Some of it.
No, they're not. They're here in the summer. I would still get half a year with them.
Sweet.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
That's the plan. All
it's
right.
a good thing.
All right. But you're the one that left the goddamn country.
Okay. What did I do? Okay, so first thing that happened. Wait, was this before the trip? Yes, right before the trip. I became an aunt. I'm an aunt. It happened on St. Patrick's Day. So she's a lucky little charm. We love her. And that happened right before I went to Spain. So then I went to Barcelona, met up with my brother Ryan, his wife India. And one interesting thing about this trip that's different than others is that we stayed in a hostel.
Oh, you did it!
Yeah. So actually tonight, Kurt and I are watching the movie Hostel so I can torture myself with like a anxiety-ridden movie, which I don't love. But why I wanted to do it is like I wanted to just do it because I'm as young as I'll ever be. And I was like, because everyone's like, why are you staying in a hostel? Like you could just get Airbnbs, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, I've never stayed in one. I want to experience it. And again, like I'm only going to get older. And every year I feel like I want to be more comfortable when I'm traveling or when I'm doing things. So this hostel in particular, there was 6 people in every room. So like me, Ryan, and India were in the room. And there's just bunk beds. And there's 3 random people in it.
Ooh,
and so
I hate that.
You hear them come in. When you're coming in and out at night, you have to be quiet. Or you try to be respectful at least. So do you have any questions about this? Because I don't even know what else to say.
I just like want your honest review. Like you've done it now. Will you do it again? Did you get it out of your system? Do you understand why some people do it? Or are you like, fuck that, it's worth the money to get a hotel or
it wasn't worth it. I don't think. I think it was really good and it really got me out of my comfort zone. Like I just had to figure out how to sleep and I don't know. It was tough actually. It was a challenging trip, but the positives of it was that it made you get out of your room. So we weren't sitting in there or going back early if we felt bored. Like instead we would go find something else to do because there just wasn't really space to just go hang out in it. So I really, really liked that aspect of it. But yeah, you would kind of get woken up a little bit in the middle of the night. We had one random guy who's from Barcelona originally. He's probably like 50. The girl on the bunk bed below me had been there for like a couple weeks because she was getting like fake teeth or something, dental surgery, and she's from San Diego. Oh my God. I dropped my phone down the side of the bunk bed all the way down on the floor under her bed. And I was like, she's like, oh, did you drop something? And this is like at midnight. And I was like, yeah, that's my phone. And she's like, okay, you can just come down. Just climb on top of me. I don't care. And she was like, she like got up and like was naked all the time, like in this room. And I was just like, okay.
Like your brother in there?
Yeah, everybody was there. Yeah.
No, so she was just naked in front of
not
only women.
She didn't give a shit. So it was wild, to be honest. Like, and in the middle of the night,
hot.
The guy and the girl, the guy and that lady, they're probably both in their like 50s, would go and open and shut the window in the middle of the night and be like, keep the window open. There's too many people in here, the guy would say. And then she would get up in the middle of the night and slam it shut. Like, they were like fighting. And we had to like hear this. But
wait, did they know each other? Or were they both?
They were just hostile roommates.
They were fighting over the window.
It was wild.
I asked if the San Diego girl was hot. Like, she must have been pretty confident to be walking around naked all the time.
I mean, I don't know if she's like hot. Like, she's just an older lady.
Oh, okay. She's
like 50.
Okay.
I shouldn't say older lady, but she's like a lady. Like, she's not like a young California girl or anything.
Okay.
She was like a 50-year-old Asian lady.
Got it. Okay, thank you for the context. Okay. Yes, I think I got my fill on hostels. How was the rest of the trip?
It was good. I think the only other, I mean, everything was really good. I know we're going to talk about like maybe food and stuff in a little bit, but like snacks or food, but the food was just so awesome. It was really nice to walk around, and there's just so much to see in Barcelona. I think we were there the perfect amount of time. We went on a day trip. But again, wine and food were great. The first time I ever had to run to catch a plane happened to me, though, on my way there from Boston to Barcelona. I literally had to run 0.9 miles. Looked it up on the airplane or on the airport map. Ran 0.9 miles wearing a thick sweater, a big coat, a backpack, and like my rolly carry-on. And I had to run. And if I wouldn't have ran, I wouldn't have made it. I got there. The gate closed at 11:10, and it was 11:10 when I got to it.
Oh my
and they were
God.
last calling. They were shutting down. And I literally got on the plane, and I started just fucking sweating. Like,
yeah.
You know how like after you run, it just boom.
Stop. Yeah.
So all of a sudden, I just start running and dripping. My whole body is soaked, and I'm wet, and I'm like, can I go to the bathroom? So I went to the bathroom before I even sat in my seat. Just like spraying deodorant, because whoever had to sit next to me, poor them. Like, I was just this mess running onto this plane that was going to be like an 8-hour fucking flight. And yeah, that was really crazy. I have a picture of myself beet red, soaked from head to toe in sweat. Great way to start the trip.
That was the start of the trip too.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my God, I can only imagine.
Yeah. So that was crazy.
That is crazy.
Did you have any weird or crazy moments?
Yeah. So, I shit my pants on Camelback Mountain.
You almost shit your pants on Camelback Mountain? Wow, you're really selling this Camelback Mountain.
I actually hate it. I don't know why I keep doing it. I think it's because the last several times I've been to Arizona, I've been with people that haven't done it. I'm like, well, you got to do it once, so I guess I have to do it with you. But okay.
Like the hostel situation, it's uncomfortable, but for whatever reason, it gives us this feeling of accomplishment.
Yeah, and I mean, it's doable. Don't get me wrong, but it is like there's moments where I'm like, fuck, I'd rather be doing anything else right now. You know what I mean?
Like sitting next to a pool, having a margarita. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So here's what happened. We went out on Old Town the night before.
Oh, well, we know how that
goes. A little hungover, woke up with my period on top of it. So hungover, period. And then we climbed the mountain, and like we're not feeling great, okay? But we're competitive people, so we're trucking up the fucking mountain. We get to the top, and I'm like, okay, now we like take in the views, right? So I go find this rock, and we're sitting next to each other. We take one like picture together, and then it hits me. Like my stomach just like bubbles down. You know
we
what
know
I mean?
The feeling and the sound.
And I look at him and I'm like, we gotta fucking go. And he's like, now? Like normally you sit up there for like 30 minutes, you know, and like it takes a while to get up the mountain. So you chill. No, we're literally
reap the benefits of your hike.
Like people bring like lunch up there or like drinks and they'll like chill, and you should, because it takes a lot of effort to get up there. Not us. We sit on a rock, take a picture, less than 5 minutes. I look at him, I'm like, we gotta fucking go. And do you know what it feels like to like have to squeeze your butt cheeks together as you're climbing down boulders? I was like,
I don't think so.
my head, the whole time I was just like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And then by the time we get to the bottom of the mountain, it's just like tourist city. Like there are bathrooms there, but there's a line, like people are everywhere. So I'm like sprinting in the car.
It's spring break.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I'm sprinting in the car, trying to GPS where the nearest gas station is, and get stopped at this light forever. And I look around me and there's cars everywhere, but there's no drivers in them. They're like the driverless cars.
What are those called?
I forget.
Woohoo or Wozu or
I forget, but
Wahoo. So that's what, hold on. Like, I can't move on without it.
Okay.
Arizona driverless cars. That is so creepy.
And there's like
so people. That's so dystopian. It's like you're in a movie. It's Waymo. Waymo.
Wait, okay. They're everywhere. And that's when like the light is taking forever. These carless people are driving by, and I'm like, why do they get to go and I don't? I'm a real person. And tears just start going down my face, and I keep just saying, I'm not okay. I'm not okay. Oh my God, it was terrible. And then finally I make it to a really shitty gas station with an outdoor bathroom, and I'm finally safe.
Okay, dude, next time bring TP up the mountain with you. Would you
the top of the mountain is packed with people too, Maddie. Like there's
you could slip off and take a little poop.
I don't know about that. There's not much to hide behind. It's just like a few cacti bushes, but like it's scarce and there's people everywhere walking all around the top of it, and the trail is only on one side, so there's like it's just like a dip. There's nowhere to like hide.
Sounds like ass to me, by the way. Like it's all of it.
So like basically it was a first for me and the boyfriend. He saw me not only cry, but cry over almost shitting my pants. So that was great. And I had my period. So I was just like,
oh yeah, it hits different then, like emotionally. Yeah.
Because I'm just like, why is this happening to me? Who is out for me right now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who's out for you?
Yeah. What about you? Did you have like a weirdo little mommy?
Not on my trip, but last week I got recognized. And before you think too much about this, listen to the story. So I went from yoga to Gateway Market, which is like a local organic food store. I don't know if I've ever taken you. That's where my wine club is. And so outside, this Girl Scout was selling cookies with her dad, and she said, "Oh, you just look so familiar. You look so familiar." And I'm like, she had to be like 9 years old. And I'm like, I don't know you, and I don't know anyone your age. Like, I'm not a mom. I don't hang with kids. I don't really know how you would know me. And then the dad's like, "Oh yeah, and you look freshly bathed." And I was like, well, it's kind of a weird thing to say. And I was like, well, I actually just got back I just went to a yoga class, so quite the opposite. And he's like, "Oh, well, you have a great smell emitting, like coming off of you." And I was like, okay. And I just like had to wait there and get these cookies. And it was just the weirdest thing in the world. So I figured she's a big podcast listener. She must have seen us on this, and that's why she recognized me. I'm just kidding. It was just a weird moment for some reason.
Otherwise, the alternative to that is that you had really fucking weird people telling you that you have a great smell to you, and the daughter was working for the dad, just trying to get you picked up.
It was weird. Does that sound weird? Is that a weird story to you, or am I just feeling? Is it not that weird, and I just feel weird?
It got really weird. It got especially weird when the bathing thing came up. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and you're freshly bathed. Like, who
Jeez.
the fuck says that? And then tells me that I have a
Fuck
great
says
smell
that? Like,
coming
you can
off of me.
that.
I don't know. Fucking weird. But when the
Geez,
question is, did
Maddie,
something
what were
weird
you getting off
happen?
after your yoga?
When the question came up, did something weird happen? Like, that's literally like how weird I felt about it. It just was the first thing that came up. So yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Okay. So, speaking of weird things, I finished White Lotus.
I did as well. What'd
So,
you think?
well, I was telling Maddie that I actually didn't start watching White Lotus until like a month ago, and then I just binge watched everything. I didn't even know there's a live season on right now. So
I'm really jealous that you got to do it that way though, because there's a lot of stuff that's referenced that I didn't remember about with the cast, like the people who came back from previous seasons.
Yeah, and now I'm just pissed I have to wait for a new season because I was really on a roll there. But I really liked the third season. I thought like a lot happened at the end, whereas like they're known to be a slower paced show, and not a whole lot is usually happening. This one felt like there was shit happening most of the time. You know what I mean?
And I really loved the way that they wrapped it up full circle and had like a similar theme that brought every storyline together in a way.
Yeah. I mean, this might be a spoiler alert. So if you are watching it and haven't finished it yet, maybe skip ahead a little bit. But I loved what was I gonna say?
What was your
I was saying, I feel like they do a good job with the cast every year. They like almost want you to not like the characters, but the difference with this season was they made them unlikable still, but I was like more invested in their well-being than in seasons in the past. I was like, whatever, they suck anyways. And this time it was like I was rooting for them at the same time, even though they sucked. I was like, how'd they do that?
Yes, mostly the North Carolina family. I mean, by the end of it, I like low-key liked Saxon a little bit. Like, talk about character development.
Yeah.
The biggest piece of shit in the world. You're like, oh, he's kind of sweet.
I think you learn a lot when your brother jacks you off.
Oh my God. I forgot about that. That was like, wild.
The incest was a little much. Like the kiss thing, I was like, I kind of saw online that there was a little bit of incest and people were freaking out about it. So when they kissed, I was like, was that it? Like, yeah, you don't kiss your brother, but whatever. And then in the next episode, when they started having
they took it next level. Of course they did. That's
like, fucking gross.
Yeah.
But I think it's safe to say that youngest brother was like, everyone was kind of rooting for him too. He was just like, such a poor thing. Like, I don't know, sweet kid, but really got overran by his family, really got like torn in half by his family.
Oh my God, I loved like the part where like the sister ended up being like deciding that she likes to live comfortably too. And she's like sitting there like, oh, I'm this unique individual and I don't fit in here, when it's like, oh, you do, and you are so ashamed of it.
Dude, how the dad like just started by envisioning killing his wife and himself, and then it expanded to basically the whole family. And then when the youngest one was like, oh, I've never had a pina colada, and he's like, and you won't.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
You're the only
very,
one
very hateable. But then again, they somehow make you like them in some capacity. Like, I feel like the gal, I don't remember her name, but Parker Posey plays the mom. Yeah. And I feel like even her, towards the end, she kind of becomes a little more clear-headed and she gets a little bit more normal.
Love her accent. Piper, no. Mommy.
She did it. The whole cast was like brilliant. I loved it. Yeah. I thought it was great. And I thought the end was perfect. I loved the friend group. I thought that was a really unique perspective.
That's a common thing for, I feel like, friend groups. I mean, we're not quite at that age yet, but it's like so easy to compare.
We are though. I feel like.
No, they're like getting near their 50s and like probably, I mean, a little more established than I feel like I am right now, but like it's so easy to compare your lives, even to your closest friends, and they don't really know all the ins and outs and downs of everything. And so that was a really good storyline too. And
the end episode where Carrie Coon did like the monologue on having a seat at the table. I thought that was so good, and I'm so happy that they wrapped it up in that way rather than them like not being friends, because that's what friendship tends to be. But like the fact she's like, I'm just grateful to be here and like in front of you was so cool, because
I liked that too, because they could have gone either way, and you're right, that was like the optimal way to end things. I loved Chelsea. She was my favorite character on the whole show. I was really sad with her ending. She deserved better.
I liked her. She was fine, but like I didn't love her like as much as all of America did, but I did like her. Like I thought she was
bold, and she was really loyal. She didn't need to stick by him like that, especially till the end. But
he was loyal to her.
Yeah.
But like I said, I have a weird thing where I liked that guy.
I hated him.
But as Walter Goggins in real life is his name. But I loved his character. I liked the like back and forth of he's trying really hard to be a good person, but something in him and his brain just like flips, and he cannot control his anger.
Yeah. And then lastly, I just want to talk about how Belinda totally comes full circle by pulling a Tanya, the guy that she was supposed to start a business with. Just
brilliant.
Like word for word, basically, like things have changed with me. I'm sorry, goodbye.
And the funniest thing ever is like, we didn't see that coming.
No.
For whatever reason.
She's like, I'm not taking the money. Her son was such a little punk too. I was just like, just STFU. STFU.
He was a character in that show solely for the fact that she could get that money. Like she needed like an extra person there to like get her to that level. Yeah.
Exactly.
So that was interesting. Yeah, loved it. Great season.
That is over, but yeah, excited for the next one. Moving on. So you said you ate a lot of good food on your trip. Anything worth getting into detail about?
I've been just craving, like, I hate that word, craving. Tapas culture in general is amazing. I loved it. Basically, if you don't know what tapas are, I'm sure most people do. It's like just small plates of things. And so you can just order for a table, 7 different items, which is my favorite thing in the world to do at restaurants in general, but it's just a whole nother level. And like sometimes in restaurants, they'll bring out free tapas, like just if you're ordering a drink. This could never work in America. It just wouldn't, because people love their portions. They like their individual plates for the most part. So I just loved it. That was amazing. I ate a lot of like ham and cheese sandwiches. Ooh. And what else? Oh, ordered patatas bravas every restaurant. That was kind of like our dish that we would be like, where's the best one at? So
okay. And what is that?
Basically it's just like roasted or like fried potatoes. Every restaurant does it differently with some sort of sauce on it. It's sometimes like a spicy or peppery sauce. Mm-hmm. Some of it will have like a cream on it or something. So yeah, that you'll have to try it sometime somewhere. They have them different places here, but that was like our like comparison dish. And then at the Dublin airport in Ireland, I was just there for a while. I tried a candy called Squashies, and the flavor was called milk and strawberry. And then they had potato chips that were cheese and onion baked chips. Oh my God. I just think about them all the time. Both of those things were so good. I don't know if I was like starving or if they were really that good.
The airport food was the highlight.
It was like bags of chips and candy just like at this little thing. So I don't know.
They do make their stuff different there, different ingredients. So I could see it just slapping.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
I don't even know. There she is again.
What about you? I know that you went to quite a few restaurants.
I did, but normally when I go to Arizona, I am all about the Mexican spots, and I really didn't eat a lot of Mexican food, but I remembered and rediscovered my love for Filiberto's. Have you had Filiberto's?
Mm-mm.
Dude,
No.
it's like,
Is it a food or a restaurant?
I never forget about it, but it's like every time I'm down there, I eat it like 3 times, and it's
Is it a
ridiculous.
food or a
Yeah,
restaurant?
so it's like a fast food Mexican restaurant that's
Okay.
like mostly
It's not an
down
item.
south. So it's like only down there, but especially in Arizona, they're just everywhere. They have drive-throughs. They're open late, usually open till like 2 a.m. too, and it's known for like I get their burritos, but they have tacos, like carne asada fries, quesadillas, breakfast burritos too. But they're like authentic to a certain, like they are authentic. I don't care what anyone says. People down there might lie, but like even Maddie, I know you would agree with me. Bean and cheese burrito, just like fucking.
That's my favorite thing ever. I want a bean and cheese burrito every day of my life.
That's what my family is crazy, and we'll get like 8 burritos and cut them up and just split them. But we always have to get more refried bean and cheese burritos,
like tapas.
Yes, kind of like that. We're like very sophisticated, so we go to the Mexican fast food place.
Mm-hmm. And you do it tapas style.
Yes, but they have chili relleno.
Very European.
They have chili relleno burritos, and you know I love my chili rellenos, and where they just like roll them up in a burrito. And obviously we do like carne asada and like the typical ones too. But then they have a sauce bar where you just get this orange and green sauce, and we just bring a shit ton in, and you dip them in everything. And I just forgot how much I love it. Like I should have went there and came back and been talking about all these local or like hole in the wall spots. And I'm talking about a chain fast food restaurant, but
hey, no shame in the game.
No fucking shame at all.
I think this podcast is turning into like a fast food podcast. Like,
yeah, it is. Well, that's what when you were talking about how you love tapas, I was like, yeah, you are a value meal girly. Like you like the small little.
I like a slider from Arby's with a mini little wrap. But
like there's this place called Gypsy Kitchen in Atlanta that I went to that was tapas, and I fucking loved it too. So I get it. It does like add up really quickly because for the amount, they're still like pretty expensive plates, but it was so good. It's so good.
That's not the case in Europe though. That's like the thing is like glasses of wine are $3 or $4 and the tapas are like $6. It's amazing.
That's awesome.
No, well, I can say dollars, euros, but essentially it's pretty close right now.
Oh, so good.
Yum, that sounds really good. You made me want a burrito. Like, you made me want a burrito real bad. How do you bad? Can you like do an impression of that?
No, I wish I could. You
makes me want a
burrito real bad.
Makes me want to. Wait, how does her voice sound? It makes me want a burrito real bad.
Like the 5th of May. I just changed it from Cinco de Mayo.
Hold on, before we leave, we got to end this podcast with a little story about why Lexie lost her job in college.
Oh, I
just found this out the other day.
I forget how it even came up, but I was like talking about how I used to work for this restaurant called Pepper's Sports Bar Grill in Cedar Falls when I went to college there, and I just nonchalantly was like, yeah, I forget I even worked there sometimes. Pretty sure I quit because I wanted Cinco de Mayo off.
And they wouldn't let her. I was like, yeah, that's a real important date.
I remember it was like you had to sign up for holidays, and by the time I got to the list, I just knew I wasn't getting it. So I strategically put my 2 weeks in so that I'd be done by then.
By Cinco de Mayo.
Fucking priorities. Yeah. What did I do? I just had such bad FOMO when I was in college. And
we all did.
Went on, but I wasn't going to miss anything if it was happening.
It's just so funny to like put it plainly and say that out loud because I think everyone has done shit like that when they were that age. And like we all did celebrate the stupidest shit and like in the dumbest of ways. But the fact that, like, you were just saying that, like, yeah, I asked for Cinco de Mayo off, and they wouldn't let me, so I don't work there anymore. Like, did you just say Cinco de Mayo? Not Easter.
So I decided to get a whole new job. Like, that's terrible.
You couldn't just get through that one night.
No.
You couldn't even just go after.
I probably would have been cut by 8 p.m., but I was still like, no, there are margaritas to be drank.
There are chips and queso that need to be consumed.
It wasn't even like the 4th of July. It was Cinco de Mayo. Jeez.
There's a culturally inappropriate sombrero that needs to be worn.
Probably a mustache, too.
So bad.
So bad.
So, and on that note,
Secretary May, keep it in mind. Take it off. Make sure to take it off so you don't have to quit your corporate job, girlies.
Hey everyone, PSA, ask off now because it's coming up. You don't want to be put in a position like Lexie.
Oh my God. All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. We're back. We're back.
We back.
And let us know if you want to hear us talk about anything in particular, because we have no idea what we're doing.
Yeah. We said we were trying to figure it out, but we don't know.
We're still doing that. So yeah, follow us for new episodes. We're actually also changing our episodes to Fridays. I think we just miss having that Friday vibe. Like when we would wake up in the morning and it's episode day, it's kind of fun to be on a Friday.
Like we're trying things out, you know, and I think our first instinct is usually the right one. So we're going back.
We're going back. Well, don't forget to follow us on Instagram and TikTok. Oh, wait, you're mad. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Toodaloo.